Hello. I got some tea. It's a little currently too hot to drink. Peppermint tea and some honey. Got a couple of birds outside my window. And I'm just thinking about how precious life is. Because, I was watching this video. And I thought it was really cool. And it was about how, nothing belongs to us. Not this life. Not really. Our body doesn't belong to us. We'll eventually leave that behind, and how people don't belong to us. People they'll come into your life, but then they have to go. And then, you drink water, you eat food, you take it in, but then you have to let it go. And then, even down to your breath, you breathe in, you breathe out, you have to let it go. And there's always, nothing belongs to you. And so really the only thing you have is the present moment. And just even then, you have to let that go. It's not gonna be today's not gonna be tomorrow. And just how grateful you can be for things. And with that, it's not supposed to be scary. It's just, I feel like it kind of just helps me be grateful for the things I do have in my life. And then even I always try to remain grateful for the things I don't have in my life anymore. Or even the bad things. Because, I feel with even pain, you can at least learn a lesson from it if you choose to. And then with the lesson, you can find some gratitude. Of course, if whoever was a bad experience, that's hard. And, you can still not have necessarily great feelings surrounding it. But, you forgive and you move on, whether or not, you have a conversation. You can just move on and forgive them, and it can be okay. And it's mostly just so that you don't keep living in the past. Because, a lot of people either live in the past or the future. That's why you have anxiety. And instead of being within the present. And then and I feel living in the present can be hard, because we most of the time we want to escape from reality. I mean, I understand that. I used to do that a lot. And don't get me wrong, I will still not be sober all the time. Well, but not like I was. And but when you're stuck on the past or stuck on something, it's really hard to try to move forward with anything, to flow with life. And without the easy flow, it's just you're gonna always kind of feel a pit in your stomach. At least how I feel. So whether you can have find some peace from within, from whatever the moments are that you're kind of stuck up on, unless you're looking for a conversation or something. Sometimes you can't always get that, and I feel that can be hard when you're trying to move on from something and all you want is a conversation about it. But either way, you're gonna be okay, whether you understand or not. I feel the biggest thing that I've been really working on is just feeling safe. Feeling safe in the present because, obviously if something bad happens, it's like within the present or you don't want to like face reality. But, I feel like really trying to feel, I feel like another thing is like feeling safe about the future because, you don't ever know what's going to happen. And I feel like gaining trust within yourself and like, or even like trust or faith in like whatever you believe in can definitely help because, I don't, like, I'm moving soon. I'm moving in next week and I don't have a job for it. But like at the same time, like, I have felt like a little anxiety about it, but like not really. Just because like I believe in my ability to be able to make money. I believe that I can find a job quickly. I believe that like there's always opportunities. There's always something that I can do. I don't even know what the place looks like that I'm moving into. Again, that would also cause a lot of people anxiety. Now, like the people that I'm moving in with, they know what it looks like. And, it's trust. Like, they like it. I'm like, okay. If it's safe, clean, livable, I'm okay. That'll be fine. And, just, I feel like a lot of it's also just like finding faith and confidence within yourself. That you can learn how to feel safe here now. I feel like a lot of things comes down to confidence. Actually, I remember this one time when I was like learning my confidence. And it was me and my friend, and we were in either her car, I think it was my mom's car though. And like we were like in junior high. And I was like, I'm confident. And then she was like, yeah, you might like the way you look, but like you're not confident in anything else. She called me out so hard. But like I definitely needed that smack in the face because like at the time I'm like, oh, confidence is just about like what you look like, that you're like you're okay with what you look like, which I mean definitely is part of it. But then it's like, oh, it's also to have like trust and faith within yourself and then like your abilities to do things. And I was like, wow, like I'm not as confident as I thought I was. I mean, I feel like school's hard anyways because there's cliques and then there's like favoritism and a bunch of bull. But, and honestly, like, I am really grateful for choosing to live the life that I wanted because I always felt shameful about not going to college. But I also don't think I'd be where I'm at right now mentally if I did. And I always kind of felt like a pit in my stomach if I wanted to go to college. And it just didn't feel right to me, and so I didn't. And now I'm here. And I think it's so cool because, I'm watching all of my friends, and a lot of them are in college. Some of them have like started to go to college and then like didn't really get into it, and like, or like there was just things going on. And it's just like I'm so proud of all of them because, like everyone is at a different point of their lives and everyone expects different things from their lives. Like there's people that I went to school with and they have actual babies. That's insane. Oh my god, that's insane. And I wish all of them so much luck. So much love, so much luck. I don't want I could not imagine having to experience that right now. And so like what warrior women are out there, And then there's like other people who like are still with their parents, and that's perfectly fine too because like they're also just going through phases of their life, and it's all different. And it's just, I really want to like appreciate every single moment, every moment, because I feel like people sometimes take for granted everything that's going on in life. And like, I just keep watching this bird outside my window, and it's just so cute. There was one that had something in its mouth. But, you know, because like we just get hung up on everything else. Like, because of course there are stressors, and I don't want to take that away from anything. But it's also like, that's not the only thing that happened in your day, is it? Is there anything else that like you can be like, you know what? This was good. This was a good thing that happened. I'm grateful for this. And I feel like even like just small things you can be grateful for, and it can just make your life just a little bit happier, because you know, obviously our thoughts reflect our reality. And so if you're constantly thinking about like, you know, like this happened, and it's only 10 o'clock in the morning, and now the rest of your, like, you know, now you're just like in a bad mood for the rest of the day. And you know, obviously feel what you have to feel through it, and you know, if you have to take the rest of the day slow, then that's okay. And you know, just remembering what you do have, and I feel like remembering that you do have faith within yourself to like be able to push past all those problems, because you know, that's like another thing is like people like you get hung up on the problem rather than hung up on a solution, because like you're gonna be able to face the problem. Like obviously, like if you can get through the problem, like then you're good, right? Then you don't ever have to feel stressed or worried or anything. So you know, a problem arises, you don't need to spiral about the problem. I used to do that. I used to spiral really bad. And but just keep reminding yourself about the solutions, and you'll be all right. You'll be all right. I feel like taking things slow is really nice, because or like the moments slow, you know, like my tea. This is really good tea. And you know, it's like just little things, enjoying like every little sip of tea, like nice little how can you drink the tea? And I just feel like there's a lot of love and peace in slow moments, because you feel like you're always in a rush. I hate rushing. I hate rushing so much. I hate rushing in the mornings, especially. You feel like you're in a rush, you know, and then you have to start forcing things. And having to force anything is terrible. It feels terrible. And so, like, when you're able just to take it nice and slow, it's just like there's almost like calmness with everything that you do. And, you know, obviously, when you're calm, your mind can settle, your body can settle. Listen to your body. Just listen to your body. Because I feel like there's so many times when I'm feeling something and I'm just like, I just feel like my mind's a little out of it. And then I'm like, okay, like, what am I, like, actually feeling, like, within my body to know, to, like, understand, like, what's going on? Because, like, sometimes, you know, I feel like we can feel, like, certain emotions, but, like, we don't fully comprehend that we're actually feeling them. We're just feeling them. It's just, like, they just come along, they arise, whatever, and now you're just feeling it. And then, like, when you can take the moment to, like, just, you know, and this is, like, another part, you know, you just gotta slow down. You gotta slow down with yourself and be like, okay. Like, and, like, this is, like, a grounding thing. I got it from a book. Read some books. It's called BASE, and it just stands for breathing, action, sensation, and emotion. And it was just like, okay, well, like, how am I breathing? Fast, slow, steady, deep, short. And then it's like, okay, well, like, what actions do I want to take right now? Do I want to, like, go run away? Do I want to go smoke? Do I want to just, like, hide away from the world? Do I want to, like, punch somebody in their face? Like, what do you want to do? Then it's, like, sensation. So, like, you know, like, is your jaw tight? You know, do you feel like you want to cry? Do you have a pit in your stomach? Like, are you warm? Are you cold? Like, do you feel like any tension and, like, any, like, in your legs and your arms and your neck? And then it's like, okay, like, what emotion are you feeling now? Right? What have you been feeling this entire time and you just hasn't fully been able to click? And I feel like sometimes when I've done this, I've thought I was feeling like one emotion when I'm like, you know what, actually it feels more like this instead. And then whether or not you know what causes it, you know, work through it that way. But, you know, it's again being present with yourself. And I feel like something else that's really helped about being present is, I think this sounds funny, but like when I have to work for like a lot of days in a row, that used to stress me that used to stress me out really bad, because I would kind of already start feeling worn out in the beginning of the week because I knew how much other stuff I had to do. And so I feel like when I'm just more present in the moment, like obviously I'm not thinking about the future. And so like I don't feel as worn out. I don't have to start feeling certain feelings, I guess, that like I'm just going to like assume that I'm gonna feel because of whatever I'm doing. I mean, look, I like a lot of alone time. I love being in my little hermit mode. And so I feel like throughout the week, you know, I usually try to make like one or two plans with some friends, or if I know something's going on with family. But like I need my time and space alone. And it just helps. It helps, like I can just, I feel like I think more clearly. I can do stuff to like regenerate, to like refuel. And you know, this is also like why I like making the videos, because then I can also just, I can talk to people about these things, but it's just not necessarily gonna relate to it, which is okay, because, you know, of course they're living their own world and however they choose to perceive it. You know, I also just think it's really cool where like I come with not much of a plan on what I'm gonna talk about. I might have like a general, like today I had like a general concept of what I was gonna talk about. Like I knew I wanted to talk about just being grateful and talking about like the present time, and then, you know, trickles into things and I can just kind of talk it out. And, for anyone that does listen, thank you. Thank you. And I hope you have a great day. And just take things slow. Remember to breathe. Remember to enjoy your coffee, to enjoy your tea, enjoy your parents, enjoy your siblings, enjoy your coworkers, enjoy your car rides. Whatever you're driving. Have a great night.